Good morning, y'all. Excuse me. Hope y'all have had a good week thus far. I've had a great week so far. I want to talk to y'all about something that's going on right now. This morning, in the mornings, I'm a creature of habit. I do the same thing day after day after day after day. From the way I wake up and get ready to, what I do on my way to work. And what I do on my way to work is I either listen to the Bible through the Bible app, I listen to a podcast, or I listen to worship music. Do the same thing every morning. Every morning. This morning's different. I rarely just, make a video because I am listening to something. This morning I'm not. Why are you not? Thank you for asking. I'd love to tell you why. I'm not this morning because my phone will not connect to my Bluetooth in my truck. So I can't listen to anything through the speakers, and I'm hard of hearing enough as it is. I can't just listen to the speaker on my phone. So I'm sitting here talking to y'all, and I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about this a while ago, and I remote started my truck this morning from inside the house, and after I got ready and then helped my wife get the kids ready, got my stuff, walked out to the truck, and normally, time I walk out of the garage, my phone will connect to my truck that's running. But this morning, like it does sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it won't connect. So, like I said, I'm a creature of habit, so I know exactly the steps to take to make this connection. I know how to make this connection. Put the key in the ignition and then turn the truck off, open the driver's side door, that way it kills everything from the inside, close the door, turn the key on, wait for it to say connected, say, whatever, connect, and then, scroll on my phone, find, podcast, music, the Bible, whatever. Well, I do that this morning, and it still doesn't work. Goodness gracious. Okay, it's gonna be one of those mornings, which I don't have very often. My truck's 11 years old, so when they started putting Bluetooth or whatever into these vehicles, it was pretty new technology, not Bluetooth itself, but into vehicles. It was when my truck was new. Anyhow, I digress. It got me to thinking, well, dadgum, why I have this expectation. I have this expectation. The expectation is, all right, I'm going to listen to music, or I'm going to listen to a podcast, I'm going to listen to the Bible. And the way that's going to work is my phone is going to connect to my stereo, and through the stereo, out the speakers, podcast. Voila. But that expectation was not met because there was a broken connection. Well, there was an intentional broken connection when I remote started the truck. I knew my phone wasn't in range, so I knew it wouldn't connect. But the expectation was when I walked out of the garage door, bam, there it is. That's just like, say, your prayers. We expect, because we've all been told that our God will answer all our prayers. And all we got to do is ask. And that's true. That is true. He will answer your prayers. He will answer your prayers. There's no doubt about that. It may not be on your timing. I personally have had 2 prayers answered immediately in my life that I can remember. Most of the time, you know, it's hours, days, weeks, years maybe before a certain prayer is answered. But he got me to thinking. He got me to thinking about when I prayed when I was not in a right relationship with the Lord. When I did not have that connection with the Lord. I had that expectation. All right, I'm going to ask this, and he's going to answer. And that expectation was he's going to answer right daggum now. And, you know, I get in my head, I get in my feelings. A lot of times I get in my feelings. Like, why is he not answering these prayers? It seems like a righteous prayer that I'd be asking. But I wasn't in right relationship with the Lord. I wasn't. And when you are in right relationship with the Lord, you're not only does your day-to-day change, but your prayers and what you're asking for changes. It does. You go from asking for a new car, a new house, a new girlfriend, a new motorcycle, a new shotgun, to asking the Lord for a ministry, for growth in a church. You go to asking that, you know, your worst enemy be healed of some disease. And why would you ask for that? Because you're in right relationship with the Lord. So you're asking the things that are God's will. The Holy Spirit is working through you, and you pray those prayers. So the expectations that you had years before, months before, days before, they change. Those expectations change because you're praying and it's in line with God's will. But you have to be in right relationship. You have to. Otherwise, there's no connection. Like right now, I'm looking at the screen on my Ram pickup truck right here, and it says no phone connected, and at the very top it says no device, which tells me I can't listen to anything. I can't make a call through my stereo. I can't do anything. I cannot do anything through my stereo with my phone because there is no connection. They're right here within 4 inches of each other, but there's no connection. There's zero connection. And there's somebody out here right now listening to what I'm saying who is right. God is right next to you. He's right next to you. But there's no connection. There's zero connection. And you're praying prayers right now, expecting expecting an outcome, expecting that it will be done, whatever you're asking. But it's not going to be done because there's no connection. You have no relationship with the Lord. You may think you have a relationship. Oh yeah, I know God. He's my buddy. He's the big guy in the sky, the big man. Yeah, God's my homie. Jesus is my homie. You see the t-shirts, you see the memes, you hear people say that stuff. But is he really? Is he really? If you have no connection, you should have zero expectations. Zero. And that's a tough pill to swallow. That's a very tough pill to swallow. Because especially in the Western world, we have this thought of who God is. It's embedded in our mind. And for the most part, it's that children's church thought of who God is. But that's not who God is. You know when you're in right relationship with the Lord. You know when there's a connection there. You truly know when there's a connection there. You have to have that connection. You have to have that relationship if you want to have these expectations about your prayers, your life. It's got to be centered on God. It has to be centered on God. Anyhow, I know what I'm talking about right now is first world problems, because I really wanted to listen to a podcast this morning or continue with my worship music. My wife and I actually started our day off this morning differently. We started off listening to worship music because I was joking around with her and singing obnoxiously as I walked in the bathroom. We were getting ready, and I got a song stuck in her head. And I wanted to continue that worship music session, if you will, but the Lord had different plans. He had different plans this morning. I hope this reaches someone and makes you think and makes you, if you're not in right relationship, to try your hardest to get that right. And I promise you, if you try your hardest, God's going to try even harder to get to you. He's been trying to get to you. You just got to open your eyes, your ears, and your heart to Him and His Word. Anyhow, that's all I got for this morning. I guess we will see y'all the next time I have a broken connection in this old Ram pickup truck. Because generally I like doing these in the afternoons now, not so much in the morning as I have spoke about. But y'all stay in the Word, y'all stay prayed up, and we'll see y'all next time.